Hey guys, just give me a minute and I'll be up and running. Hello. Let's sort the volume out on this.
Side stories, new verbosely entitled installments in the Atelier series have been released basically every year since it debuted way back in 1997.
All right, how we
This
doing?
is pretty impressive considering how impenetrable it probably seems to newcomers. I mean, Atelier, the name of the series, is an esoteric word for workshop that I'm not sure how to pronounce.
Mate, you're lucky I made it on time.
What it means. So part of me is like, maybe they should workshop that title, but at the same
I
time,
don't know what I say on time.
fix it.
I mean,
Clearly
at
they're doing
all.
something right, because this series has been going for almost 3 decades with steady installments. Outside of sports games, I can't think of too many franchises that have managed to steadily churn out new games for this long without completely derailing, rebooting, becoming massively popular, or some combination thereof. So if we have any Atelier fans watching, I'm really curious. Where do you start? How do you get into it? What's the big deal? Am I pronouncing it right?
You keep using the word. I don't
Positive
think it means what you
Monday.
think it means.
Someone is way too energetic for a Monday.
Series that's a little more self-explanatory about where it takes place and what you're doing there. Killing Floor 3 hits new gen and PC on the 25th, and it'll have
How's everyone?
some pals teaming up to make a real mess, shooting and stabbing a bunch of god-awful bioengineered abominations. You know, the real Killing Floor is one that has a bunch of slippery areas and trip hazards, so watch your step out there. Somebody put up a wet floor sign for Pete's sake.
Man, that's some Final Destination stuff. Why are they showing that? My God, what are they doing?
An open-world racer with hyper-realistic gameplay, but a story that unfolds through animated cutscenes that are clearly taking some cues from Initial D. You can install that on your D drive on your PC. On the 27th, Atomfall hits everything but Switch, which has some obvious Fallout DNA, but probably cribs a bit from Stalker as well, as it incorporates some survival elements and is based loosely on a real nuclear disaster rather than a fictional nuclear war. Atomfall takes place in an alternate timeline where the 1957
Devin, who's talking about
Ring
me?
scale fire went a whole lot worse, leaving the United Kingdom thoroughly irradiated and also populated with some creepy Wicker Man cultists and Bioshock-looking robots, which you will help deal with. Thank goodness you're here. If you'd rather deal with some high-value elusive targets or just make people slip on banana peels in immersive VR, Hitman World of Assassination comes to PlayStation VR 2 that day as well.
Honestly, if I get
the
one,
entirety of
maybe
IO
2
Interactive's
good games
utterly
from the
brilliant
indie
and
scene,
also
I'm
completely
happy.
slapstick assassination sim completely from Agent 47's perspective. This was released for PSVR 1 already, and it's made its way to other VR headsets since then with a not-so-great reception, but hopefully some extra time allowed this version to be fine-tuned. And hey, even if it's one of the worst ways
Is
to
the
play a
audio
great
sound
game, it's
okay
still something
on
new for
stream? Is it
PSVR 2
overpowering me?
owners. And also, you can make people slip
It doesn't
on
look like
banana
it's
peels,
overpowering
which
me,
will
but
never
it might
not
be.
funny.
So let me know, please.
Look.
Still that day is Bubble Ghost Remake. Bubble Ghost was first released in 1987 for a variety of personal computers before having the noteworthy honor of being the first French game published for the original Game Boy, or the jeu
But
de
the reason why
grand
you don't
as they
include
actually call it
Nintendo
there.
is
Bubble
because
Ghost
they're
is
an
about a
8th
ghost who has a
generation
bubble, and
console
Bubble
that
Ghost
lasted,
Remake is a
what,
remake
2,
of
3
that game, which is
generations?
coming to Nintendo
They're in
Switch.
such a
I hope
weird
that
place.
clears things
At one
up.
point,
And finally, on the
in one
27th, the
generation,
first
they
Berserker
released the
Kazan is
GameCube,
a
the Wii,
single-player
and the
action
Wii U.
RPG Souls-like
In
set
one
in the universe
generation,
of the
that's
massively
crazy.
popular Dungeon and Fighter series.
They're
And
just a
man, it is
weird
so nice to see
breed.
a live service multiplayer game reinvented as a cool-looking single-player game rather than the other way around. And now I want to see Maple's story turned into a horrifying Souls-like. The first Berserker is coming to Xbox Series, PS5, and PC. And finally,
They're just upset because it's the
on
truth.
March 28th, Inzoi comes to PC, the ridiculously gorgeous life simulation game, which sort of looks like if somebody remade The Sims in GTA 5 and then installed a bunch of those ultra-realistic graphics mods that make your PC catch fire, but even that isn't doing it justice. Considering what people did with the character creator demo for Inzoi that was released, I cannot wait to see what kind of weird stuff shows up online once that game is out in the wild. That is coming to new gen
I blocked
later
Jamie.
on, but there's no release window.
I blocked Jamie, Zach. That's why I
Okay,
didn't
those are
see him.
March
I
2025's
can't.
biggest games. If you have trouble
I
keeping
can't be
track
asked to
of
that
all
guy.
of these games, I would highly recommend checking out IGN Playlist. It's kind of like Goodreads or Letterboxd, but it's for games. We've got a massive database of basically every game ever released, announced, or even just rumored. So if you want to keep a list of everything you already played, are currently playing, or want to play someday in the future, you can do that there, among other things. Check it out by going to this website or clicking this.
My
QR
sales
code, or
estimates
even
are
just
pretty on
Google it.
point.
Real quick before we go, I wanted to plug another video I was in last month that involved me flying to the
Jamie
UK
Zach.
to an actual castle.
He's some
interviewing
vile
local experts
creature that
about how
shouldn't
historically
exist on this
authentic
earth.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is, and then getting hit
We
up
have
by
a
this
thing in
stuff
my
while wearing
culture
a full
where
suit of
we-
armor. It is one of my favorite videos I've ever been in, so please go watch that.
Actually,
if you
I'm not
haven't
going to
already.
go down that
Before we
route.
go, a big, huge
Someone
thank you
might
to Amanda
actually
Medina,
complain
Crystal
about my
Padre, and
channel.
Logan Plant for helping this video come together each and every month. A lot of work.
I'll just say, if you know, you
screw
know.
up sometimes. So thank you to everybody who tunes in every month and watches. Sound off in the comments below with what you're playing this month or anything we might have forgotten.
But if
Or
something
just to
unfortunate
say
were
hi.
to happen,
Whatever.
I wouldn't
I'll
be
see you next time,
disappointed.
everybody. Thanks for watching. Still that day is Bubble Ghost Bubble Ghost. Why is it Bubble Ghost? Still that day is Bubble Ghost Remake. Bubble Ghost is about a ghost.
So how is
who has
everyone
a
today?
bubble. Bubble Ghost, in case you couldn't figure it out, is about a ghost who has a bubble. Still that day is Bubble Ghost Remake. Bubble Ghost was first released in 1987.
Idea Xbox.
What?
So it
What
starts in
yes.
15 seconds. Byron, I'm not doing that. I can't be bothered. Oh, really, tall guy? What happened? It starts in 18 seconds. Here we go. Here we go.
IGN Fan Fest 2025 is here. From Monster Hunter Wilds to Mythic Quest, Daredevil Born Again,
Let's dance.
to Devil May Cry. Coming up, the ID at Xbox Showcase. We'll be getting a look at upcoming projects from Don't Nod, NeoWiz, and Raccoon Logic. Plus,
This stream is demonetized, by the way, so you should not be getting any ads.
IGN Fan Fest Day 1 starts right now.
Need the volume up? Is that better?
Hi, I'm Martin Tweed, former CEO of Kindred Aerospace. Fired by Alta Interglobal and abandoned on the far edges of space with no gear, no job, and no plan. But don't
Nah,
worry.
Moonlight, if I say what I'm gonna say,
Cost
they'll
you
get my
so
channel
much
deleted.
Garbage. Worry not, because you can always turn to Kindred for a solution.
They would report my ass so fast, my channel would be deleted.
Kindred catalog. With the right resources, you can create tools such as the goo cannon from Sappers. Smother creatures in viscous green goo to make them slip instead of eating you. Disgusting. Or use your lasso to catch them. We promise that any research conducted will unlock more fabulous gear, and that the harm to the creature will be minimal. Use conductive pharaoh goo to shock and open organic doors, or spread it on the ground to slow down a speedy foe. Or lay down a goo fuse. Then after your buddy has upgraded that pacifier pistol with a charged shot, light them all up. If that doesn't work, try the Mad Fork from Kindred Labs. Move mountains. Create platforms. Grab makeshift spears from the environment. And remember, you still have your lasso and whip from Wild Times. Whip some critters to keep them at bay so you or your buddy can punt them off a cliff. Oh, the hilarity that will ensue. Then upgrade that whip so you can grapple launch yourself to new heights.
Ubisoft will change once the Guillermo family takes charge.
You and your buddy pick them off with a brand new Griffin Splinter pacifier pistol.
This whole demise of Ubisoft is purely so they can get control, control of Ubisoft for the cheapest price possible. And no one can convince me otherwise.
The wackier the plan, the juicier the solution. I'll be in touch. Onward and upward.
That's awesome, Tall Guy.
Hello and welcome to the 2025 ID at Xbox Showcase right here on IGN FanFest. The ID at Xbox Showcase.
Nah, Division 3 is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be like lost for good once that game comes out.
A bunch of awesome surprises along the way. And I'm your host, Akeem.
And I'm Alan Wheeler. It's always an honor to join forces with our friends at
Devastated? No, I'm actually, I'm at home.
Xbox games. You just got a brand new look at Revenge of the Savage.
I finished at 5:47 and quickly jumped on here to start streaming.
Which is all a part of IGN FanFest, which will be going strong all week long. So be sure to tune into that.
I have asked.
We'll have interviews
Is that
with
better?
some of the most talented directors, actors, writers, and game makers in the world, and new looks at things like Daredevil Born Again, Mythic Quest, WWE 2K25, and so much more. And hey, if you missed any of that, don't stress it. You can easily catch up on IGN.com or IGN's YouTube page.
But for now, let's get back to the ID at Xbox Showcase with a sneak peek at some
Guys,
big
is the
games
audio
coming to
okay?
Xbox in the not so distant future. Take a look.
It sounds okay to me.
Warning, hostile ships detected.
What is this? Why is one guy carrying a boot? It's still low. Are you guys serious? It's at maximum. What, no sound whatsoever? That's not possible. I'm seeing the audio. Guys, if there's no audio, I'm just gonna end the broadcast, and you guys watch it somewhere else. I'm exhausted as it is. I don't want to mess you guys about. I can hear you and the stream. God damn it, Steve. Steve trolling me again. I'm way too tired to be trolled today. It's funny though, because they're coping so hard, but they can't prove that they sold
Rise
75
and
million.
shine, little merchant. Wake up. Wake up, Will. Get ready. Your next journey unfolds. A new place to call home. Uncharted lands brimming with peril.
At least you know tomorrow's stream's gonna be interesting with all the pennies jumping in chat. And Steve,
Treasures beyond imagination.
I can't anymore. He's a moderator.
Tread carefully, though. Who knows what tomorrow holds?
Hey, Donald.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair, give to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
I can increase my volume a little bit as well, so if that's
The
better.
above provision is contingent on discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. Any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts
Steve wants us
in a
one
timely
too.
manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room, then this gift shall lapse.
But Cake, my point still stands. Sony knows how many of them actually reached
You just gotta
consumers.
look at Jump Ship, Echo Weaver, Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, and Blueprints. You can sign up for the Jump Ship beta today at jumpshipgame.com.
As of April 2024,
And Blueprints,
only
the gorgeous
49
puzzle game,
million
will be arriving day one on
activated.
Xbox Game Pass. Now, believe it or not, we're only just getting started.
And this
here.
is
Coming
numbers
up,
taken
4 more
from
games
Sony.
We can't wait to show you.
That's right, the 2025 Idea Xbox Showcase has tons more game reveals and surprises in store.
All right, now we
here
can
on
ban
IGN
Steve.
FanFest. But first, we need to take a quick break. Stick around.
You still need me to up it? I'll just bring it closer to my mouth.
FanFest is
I
presented
shouldn't
by
be that
the
far away
Army
from it
National
anyway.
Guard, serving our communities and helping those in need. Are you ready to make a difference?
Look, no one
IGN
searches
Plus is where your
IGN.
adventure begins.
It's just one of those things that just doesn't
Plus is
happen.
the place to get unlimited access to all the tools you need.
How
to
am
beat your
I late?
games.
Here's what you need to know for bringing down Gloomspawn.
Plus, awesome exclusive discounts on IGN Store.
Maybe this would tease open your money pile.
Oh shit. Well, it's about to get timed out.
Free browsing on IGN.com. Plus, unlimited game help tools like premium interactive maps with your own custom map markers,
This one?
filters, marker notes, and more.
It's the Sony headset.
Plus, access to sweepstakes, giveaways, and free game keys.
Exactly.
Want more? Head to IGN.com/plus and start your adventure today.
One hour, is that it?
IGN Store has it all. From clothes and collectibles to vinyl records, accessories, model kits, and action figures from the biggest and best franchises like The Legend of Zelda, Star
that
Wars,
is cool.
Fallout, Dungeons and Dragons,
Fallout!
and more. Whatever your pop culture passion, you're guaranteed to find something you love. There are new and exciting products hitting the store every week, like the Wasteland-ready Fallout Vault 33 hoodie, which pairs perfectly with the working wearable Pip-Boy. Plus, high-quality IGN store exclusives like the powerful and spicy Star Wars Darkside Hot Sauce by Truff. We've even got merchandise for you to rock while tuning in to the IGN shows and podcasts you love. Or cap off a long day by relaxing to the soundtracks of your favorite video games, like Cyberpunk and The Last of Us. And the best part, you don't even need to leave the house to go there. Just head to store.ign.com and start shopping today. The IGN store. You deserve it.
Yeah, my friend got those, tour guy, and he's very, very
welcome
happy.
Back to ID at Xbox right
Like,
here
super
on
happy.
IGN Fan Fest. Now up next, we have 4 more games we can't wait to show you, starting with Outbound. So let's go.
I've got these and the Starfield headset. This is what it's about, folks. I haven't yet, I've downloaded it. I find it quite amusing with Mecha Break though. People are already complaining that it has a butt slider and a boob slider. IKEA emulator. I like it. I like it, Brick. I like it. We don't ask those questions, Leaf. Is this just about herding? Is this like a Journey wannabe? We already have Journey and it's still a good game. Hardly. That's an Xbox console exclusive too. The game made by Rare is Everwild, which I think they're talking about. Oh. You take that back, John. What do you mean choosing titles based on AI? At the moment, I think I'm about what? 6-7 hours in Avowed, I'm enjoying it. I am. I really like the combat. Ooh, world premiere. This is a premiere, boys. It's by Don't Nod, so clearly no one's gonna buy it. But still, it's a world premiere. I don't think they'll go down that route, Cake. But what I would like them to do, if they can use it to help game preservation, I think that's a good enough use case. In an ideal world, what Ninja Theory said, you know, the guy in that video from Ninja Theory, where they would use the tools to do the mundane work for them, the AI tools, so they can concentrate on the more pressing matters that require more of their attention. That is in the ideal world how AI would be used. But obviously these corpos are going to look for the cheapest way to replace people, right? And that's the harm that comes from all of this. But if AI was used correctly and in tandem with the developers, it would actually be alright. Now this is just indie games. The idea Xbox is just indie.
You just saw Outbound, Hurdling, Wax Heads, and the Lonesome Guild, all part of the 2025 ID at Xbox Showcase.
Now let's get back to the video game, shall we? Now up next, we have a few things you've never seen before and some great content coming to games you probably already love.
But hey, enough teasing from us. Let's roll it.
But yeah, I don't know. The combat is what I'm really liking in Avowed so far. I like the fact that your dialogue choices actually matter. Normally you get like a bunch of options, but they all kind of mean the same thing. But so far I'm really enjoying the fact that you can be a complete prick, or you can actually be a normal, understanding person. I'm hoping for fun RPGs. Or some of the more smaller games. I can't remember what they were called on. I completed a few. Their names elude me right now, but they're side-scrolling, but they're really fun. More like puzzle games. Hotel Barcelona! See, stuff like this is cool. You got cool bosses, side-scrolling combat. This is something I'd check out.
Taste the chains of despair. I'll burn you to the bone.
Coming soon to Game Pass.
Should we just put some cards on the table?
Yeah, Half in a Hero is cool. Bug Snacks? Well, they got a sequel. Balatro.
You know what they say, the house always wins. Looks like the joke's on us.
Okay. Oh shit.
You know, just when I thought I couldn't possibly be more hooked on Balatro, they drop a collaboration I'm already obsessed with. That one was huge, but this next world premiere is gonna rock your world. Check it out.
All right, this better be good, buddy. This better be good. World premiere.
This is your brain on drugs. Tonight on Behind the Curtain, we dive deep into one of the 90s most controversial bands.
It was beyond our wildest dreams.
Their music defined a generation.
What can I say, man? Artistic genius is a curse.
The man behind this meteoric rise, their notorious manager.
He drove from out of town to meet us. We were waiting at this
And I'm
bar.
guessing that's where you come
We'll
in.
be paying this guy,
Manager
so I wanna
band
know.
simulator.
What exactly will you do for us?
Plain and simple. I'll make you rich. You know why I'm here, lad? I'm here to f you over. Filthy rich, drowning in women, piss through it all.
Oh my God, Vernon! I know where this road leads, and it ain't nowhere pretty.
Where does it lead?
Looking for trouble? Effervescent, isn't it?
Well, at least furries will feel at home, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
How many
So, I
furries
gotta
in chat?
ask, would you do anything differently?
What exactly
Or
will you
scalies, if
do
you
for
like,
us?
if you're into fish.
Mostly, I just try to stay out of your way.
That's it?
Isn't it already out, John? I thought that came out.
That was the world premiere and release date reveal for Rock Beasts, and it looks like it absolutely rocks. You know, everybody knows that rock beats scissors. Paper beats rock, and scissors beats paper, but a beast would probably just destroy all of them, let alone a rock beast.
You know, that's something I never had to think about until right now, but it's actually pretty true. So thanks for that information, Al. I appreciate it. All right, well, there's tons more Idea at Xbox Showcase coming up right after this quick break, so please stick around.
FanFest is presented by Mega Break. Open beta available now on PC and Xbox with crossplay.
Look, it's not available on Xbox yet. Don't lie! They're having problems.
The average Cinefix movie list features
I know,
nearly
'cause I
100
tried.
different films and approximately 25 minutes worth of wall-to-wall deep dive analysis. To simulate that pace for this 30-second ad, we're featuring 26 different films. And before you say it, no, that math does not
Hey,
check
Kate,
out.
how's it going?
We're not math people, we're movie people. We can't even count down from 10 without ending up at, like,
Lost
96.
Records released, okay.
Subscribe to IGN Movies and TV for more Cinefix movie lists. Bad at math, great at movies.
Can't find that final collectible you're missing? IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help.
One step at a time.
IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and best of all, free. IGN has the very best, most complete and accurate guides for Shadow of the Erdtree, Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, and so much more.
See? It's good, right?
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN when you search for guides.
IGN Plus is where your adventure begins.
What are you selling?
Plus is the place to get unlimited access to all the tools you need to beat your games.
Here's
what
you need to know for bringing down Gloomspawn.
Plus awesome exclusive discounts on IGN Store.
Maybe this would tease open your money pouch.
plus ad-free browsing on IGN.com. Plus, unlimited game help tools like premium interactive maps with your own custom map markers, filters, marker notes, and more.
This will come in handy.
Plus, access to sweepstakes, giveaways, and free game keys.
Wow. Exactly.
Want more? Head to IGN.com/plus and start your adventure today.
Yeah, this is the Xbox.
Welcome back to ID at Xbox
ID
on
at Xbox
IGN
Showcase.
FanFest. Up next, 3 more games guaranteed to put a smile on your face, especially if you were fond of a certain rhythm-based strategy series that involved commanding an army of little creatures to the tune of a catchy soundtrack. Sound familiar? Here's a gameplay clip from the upcoming rhythm-based roguelike Ratatan.
Ratatan. Ratatan. It's good, Paul. It's good. How you doing? And don't worry about being late, dude. Never apologize. I just appreciate you guys being here. This could actually be alright for those that like rhythm games. Steve, we should get you to play this. That was kind of cool. I like it. Yeah, that one was cool. What? I think Steve likes this game.
We all keep our favorite moments close to us, somewhere safe. This box holds mine.
Oh, really?
Welcome to Widow. This is a
Widow.
cozy, story-driven game about my happiest memory, summer in the countryside. Let me show you. It's simple. Just drag each object to its place, assembling the story, piece by piece, cup to cup, cat to cat.
I get it's an indie showcase.
One
but
summer, I was sent to the countryside. You know, a place that's not marked on any map.
Ugh.
I used to be such a city girl, always online, always busy. Spending my whole summer in a forsaken village? No thanks. But here I am, surrounded by a gang of geese, clearly thinking they're the biggest deal around here. But who had been feeding them so well? Perhaps a goose grandma who always says they're too skinny? I had to fight a sneaky goat every day from my own backpack, cheered on by the laughter of the tiny yellow goslings. And that's how the story starts.
Chat, 1 second.
My
the
first day in a
door's
sweet
ringing.
village, full of joy, friendly faces, and welcoming warmth from the locals. Lovely place. But, you know, everything changed when I met Ben.
That was Tempopo, Ratatan, and Widow. And honestly, saying those three very different game names in a row makes them sound like a roving band of like mischievous elves or three aliens in the very back of a Star Wars cantina.
You know what? You might be onto something with that one. Now, we're getting close to the finish line here today, but that doesn't mean we're out of surprises for you just yet.
Close to the finish line? Is that it?
To show you, plus a huge update coming to one of the best games of the generation. All this and more as the 2025 ID at Xbox Showcase continues after this break.
I actually expected more from ID at Xbox.
FanFest is presented by War Robots Frontiers. Pre-register now for an exclusive reward.
This is the thing, like, I think I bought a couple of indie games recently called one of them.
So secretive,
I think it's called
even we
Fairy
don't
Light
know what movies
or
are on
Light
it or
Fairy.
where they rank.
One of the two on Xbox.
Each
And it's an
episode will
RPG.
reveal one of the movies,
And it's pretty good. It's
Talk
actually
about
really
why
good.
it
I'm
belongs
really
and
liking
finally
it.
find out
It's like
where it ranks.
£2, but I'm really,
Are any
really
of the movies
liking
we've
it.
shown
I'm
here
liking
even on
the
the
art
list? I
style.
have no idea, and it drives me
The
crazy.
animations are pretty cool.
Join us as we find out on Cinefix,
It's really
IGN,
weird.
and
Like
wherever you get your
you'll get some
podcasts.
really nice indie games, but I guess it's really finding the diamond in the rough, right?
IGN Plus is where your adventure begins.
What are you selling?
Plus is the place to get unlimited access to all the tools you need to beat your
Hey,
games.
Arthur, they just announced
Here's
God of
what
War.
you need to know for bringing down Gloomspawn.
Plus, awesome exclusive discounts on IGN Store.
Maybe this would tease open your money pouch.
Plus, ad-free browsing on IGN.com. Plus, unlimited game help tools like premium interactive maps with your own custom map markers, filters,
Mysterious,
marker
if you're
notes,
talking
and
about a
more.
DLC, yes, there is
Plus,
a DLC
access to
coming.
sweepstakes, giveaways,
If
and
you
free
actually
game
finish the
keys.
game 100%,
Exactly. Want more? Head to
and-
IGN.com/plus. and
well, you
start
finish the
your
game, you
adventure
can't actually 100% it on your first playthrough. If you load up your second, once you finish the game, if you load up your file
Can't
again,
find that final collectible you're
there's
missing?
2 items that you can go and
IGN
collect,
strategy
one of
guides
them being
and
one of the
interactive
relics.
maps are here to
Then you
help.
can go back to the Muriel Wall
IGN
and
guides are trusted
complete
by
it.
millions,
You
easy
get
to
like
use,
a
and
secret
best of all,
ending,
free.
and that sets up the
IGN has
DLC.
the very best, most complete, and accurate guides for Shadow of the Erdtree, Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, and so much more.
See? It's good, right?
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN when you search for guides.
Welcome back to the 2025 ID at Xbox Showcase right here on IGN's FanFest. Now up next, we've got a bunch of new game trailers to show you, so hey, instead of just teasing you and making you try to guess what we're gonna show you, we'll just cut to the chase and give you what you want. Take it away.
I mean, wasn't Baladra like £5 anyway?
This is Pon. He's a tanuki.
Okay, I've
This
actually been
summer,
looking forward to this
by
one.
order of the tanuki god, Pon has to restore the great
I've genuinely
tanuki
been
shrine.
looking forward to this one.
To do so, he needs to earn money.
I remember seeing this
Pon
last
takes on
year.
the role of a delivery tanuki, mixing hard work with stunting around town. It's a busy summer for Pon, but even tanuki need to rest now and then.
Exactly. See, Wumpit gets it. If you know, you know.
This is Pon Summer. We hope you'll enjoy the adventure together. Tanuki, Pon Summer. Available on Xbox
Postman
Game
might be
Pass
different.
later this year.
What do you mean, Arthur? Mate, I'm from the era where you just had dots on the screen, man, like the Atari 2600. I don't go back to the ColecoVision, that's way before my time. But the Atari 2600, the Commodore 64, Spectrum, Amstrad, that was my first foray into gaming. Oh, that was like some of the dumbest shit, man. Everyone going nuts because you can't break a pot. They literally have nothing better to complain about.
Cora, Beck, Tron. Every grid has its heroes.
There you go, someone wanted Tron.
Fractures into the glitch, but one program stands against that storm. Exo. You.
I am making simple. I'm a little disappointed it's not play anywhere, but I am buying it.
A hero is nothing without their grid. Exo fights for hers, against those who would tear it apart. She must escape core, but escape is not enough. A loop cannot be broken without a change in conditions.
I also want to get the Riser series,
Break the
but
loop program.
I'm waiting for a sale. Tron is on Xbox only. Ooh. 33. So I've played the beta of this, the closed beta. This is really cool. This is really, really cool.
That was Tanuki Pond Summer, Descenders Next, Tron Catalyst, and 33 Immortals. A little something for everyone, and that's the truth. But hey, if the truth really isn't your thing, you probably love the 2023 action game Lies of P that turned the classic story of Pinocchio into a brutal steampunk horror world full of terrifying puppet monsters.
Yeah, but you know, 2023 was so long ago, so maybe you're asking yourself, when are we gonna get to go back to the world of Lies of P and experience a whole new adventure?
And buddy, I still need to finish Lies of P.
Because we have your answer right here and right now on the 2025 ID at Xbox Showcase. Take a look.
Hey, look. Lies of P! Chili's solid. I don't get why they've done a full prequel, though.
Listening to this song always reminds me of you. But now you belong to the past. Do you remember the time we all gathered to play this piece together?
Yeah, Tanukis can take shape in any shape they want.
I never got to say farewell.
Multiplayer?
Perhaps someday, if we can cross the bounds of time,
Don't know, that's never coming.
we'll meet again.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news. That shit ain't ever coming.
And there you have it, the exciting reveal of Lies of P Overture from the brilliantly talented team at NeoWiz. And that just about wraps us up here at the 2025 ID at Xbox Showcase here on IGN. And it was a blast.
Yeah, but wait, if you want even more fun for Xbox fans, stick around, because Unlocked is our weekly Xbox podcast here at IGN, and we've got a whole post-show coming your way with special guest Guy Richards, the head of ID at Xbox.
And believe it or not, the ID at Xbox Showcase is just day one of
It's
IGN's
DLC.
Fan Fest, and we've got 4 full days of fantastic stuff just for you, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow, continuing each day all week long.
Man, they
We'll have
really
new
should
looks at
bring
things
back
like
Blinks.
Mythic Quest,
Blinks was
Daredevil
good.
Born Again, WWE 2K25,
I didn't like the sequel, but the
Alien
first one
Rogue
was cool.
Incursion, the new horror comedy, The Monkey, and
The
tons
sequel,
and
they
tons
lost their way.
more. Check out IGN.com
They tried to make
for
it
the full
too,
schedule and IGN's
mainstream.
YouTube channel for anything you might have missed.
But for now, thank you all so much for watching the ID at Xbox Showcase and celebrating all these fantastic game reveals with us at IGN. It's always an honor to partner with Xbox to help bring you the future of Xbox games. We'll see you again very soon.
Welcome to Podcast Unlocked. It is IGN's weekly Xbox show. You just watched the latest ID at Xbox Showcase
Yes, we
presented
did.
by us,
Ryan.
IGN, but also, of course, a whole bunch of cool developers and the ID at Xbox team at Microsoft. My name is Ryan McCaffrey joining you. This is officially episode 681 of Podcast Unlocked. And joining me, as always,
So have you
Michael
guys-
Hyam. Good
yeah,
to
it's
see you,
over.
sir.
Hi, thanks for having me every week because
Have
you
you
have
guys
to have me on
heard
every week now.
about
That's right.
what's
It's
going
in
on
the
with Mecha
contract.
Break?
It's done. I signed it in blood. There's nothing I can do about it now. You can go off the rails, and I'm stuck with you. Really, that's
All right.
that's what it amounts to.
Say less.
Miranda Sanchez, I know you're still not feeling great, but just thank you for being here. I know it's been a bit of a tough road for you lately.
Yeah, this is when we'll encourage you to watch the video because I'll be doing a lot of like movement, talking. I'm a bit of a frog. This
What's
is the best
up,
I could get my voice
Oreo?
right now, so please bear with me.
I can hear you,
and
Oreo.
I'm glad to be back, though. I missed y'all.
We missed you too, and hopefully your voice has regained its full
What's
strength
up,
here fairly
Oreo?
soon. And then our special guest here, just next to me on the screen, is Guy Richards. He is the ID at Xbox director. Guy, thank you so much for hanging out with us here.
Hey, it's cool to be here. Big fan of the show. Been listening for years.
let me
Drive to
reduce the
work,
volume on this
walking the
one
dog, all that kind
because-
of thing. So, yeah, really excited to talk about some
Don't-
of the awesome games we've just seen.
Well, we've got plenty of them. I mean, I think there were 22 maybe.
So apparently with Mecha Break, there's a massive protest going on the Steam forums at the moment. They're attacking, they are vigorously attacking the developers of Snowbreak. I mean, of Mecha Break, in regards to the female character creator, where it has a butt slider and a boob slider, and they're saying it's disrespectful to women. And they're basically thinking that their complaints are going to be listened to. For anyone that's got 5 minutes, go look up a game called Snowbreak. That is their mobile game.
Behind the scenes in terms of just trying to make it easier.
Yeah, they're not changing nothing.
Everything we do is centered around.
They're not changing nothing. People can complain all they want.
Make the games that they want to build.
They ain't changing nothing.
Multi-platform audience through Xbox. So we're always looking at ways that we can make it easier for developers to.
Nah, not yet.
Console, PC, and cloud. So like all of the endpoints and devices.
Grain
that
bread,
make up
they're not changing.
The Xbox ecosystem today. And yeah, part of that involves like looking at games early, trying to understand like what games are a great fit for some of the different initiatives that we've got. I'm
Nah, no
here,
DMC trailer.
The conference in Vegas this week, so hanging out with some developers.
There wasn't really anything in here. There was like the last 4 games were really the only things worth talking about.
Dive a little bit deeper in their go-to-market plans and give some feedback and look at ways that we can,
in my opinion,
partner together on all of their different marketing activities and the ways that they want to bring games to Xbox, as well as meeting like new studios that haven't shipped games on Xbox yet, and finding ways that we can help them bring those games to Xbox. So our Xbox fans can experience.
No, actually, just because they're a female character doesn't mean they're actually being played by females.
I'm guessing that
No, I'm
means
just
in
kidding.
some cases funding. Is it in some cases maybe providing dev kits?
Donald, they already have that in there. That's okay though. They're okay with that one.
Means when you're trying to help developers get games to market.
Yeah, so there's a whole host of things that we do, right? So getting access to dev kits, SDKs, technology, all the resources that studios need to build games is one part of it. And any developer that signs up for the Idea Xbox program, where we have more than 5,000 studios worldwide.
Oh, you guys can hear him, yeah?
They get access to like, all the same level of like technology and kits that like any other studio worldwide does. We then provide a ton of resources and different teams to help studios go through the process of what's required to ship a game on Xbox. And we connect them with different experts as well.
But it looks like all of these games were only designed for
the plans that studios have got for their games, or
are only coming out on the Xbox platform. They didn't. I don't think I saw anything on PlayStation.
Like working with Xbox, so like the Xbox Store team will do kind of more like store-focused events where we'll go over like KPIs and best practices and all.
He sounds like Minnie.
Like how to do pre-orders and wish lists and when to do trials, how to promote your game so you can like once the game's launched have like really sustained like commercial success on the platform. Through to events that are more technical focus as well in terms of like how to build a game for the Xbox ecosystem today and take advantage of some of those tools that are available that make the experience for players across console, PC, and cloud really seamless, like cross-save, cross-progression, and all these kind of things. So there's a whole host of things that we do in terms of like educating developers,
you like Tron?
Giving them access to technology. And then we work really closely with some of the other programs at Xbox, like Xbox Game Pass. So there's a bunch of games today where they've got a partnership with us to bring their game to Game Pass. So there's like a funding element that's included there. And then we have some funding programs within the...
Wait, Steve, are you saying Phil is going back on his transparency again? Come on, Phil. We know. I mean, Steve, we know Phil's better than that.
Creators that are getting either like port funding or prototype funding to kind of bring those ideas to the Xbox audience as well. So there's a ton more things that I didn't mention, and I've already mentioned lots. So yeah, there's just a huge amount of ways that we work with studios to make coming to Xbox easier.
It sounds like no 2 days are the same for you.
It's a fair thing to say. Yep.
According to Steve, it is, I guess.
I mean, I want to kind of ask something.
Let's have a look.
Curious, as I've gone to a lot of Idea.
Balatro, PS.
GDC last year, I talked with the developers.
It is on PS5, and it is £32. There's a physical version of it available.
Had so many different games from.
In fact, there's a physical version of the Xbox one as well, surprisingly. Balatro Special Edition.
Developers who might
even a Switch version. It is truly multiplat,
like connected to the
in its truest form.
Development scene as well, and so
even supported on the 8th gen hardware.
Other regions have with gaining access outside of something like PC, itch.io, or Steam.
What's the current deal with the FTC and ABK?
How you approach finding
Randall
to help support throughout the world, because I've seen Idea Xbox do it, so
believes that Satya Nadella regrets buying ABK and is probably one of the worst decisions he's made while in charge of Microsoft.
Like you mentioned,
the FTC trial itself is still stuck in the 9th District Court, and it's stuck in limbo. Now that the old administration is out, the new administration is in, so God knows if it's even still there anymore, if it's been thrown out. I've not really found any information on it. But it was with the 9th District Court as of last, because the FTC appealed for the preliminary injunction, and it got stuck there.
And on our Indie Selects program, so like the some of the dash coverage that we do monthly to celebrate.
But yeah, Rand
indie
believes
games on
that
Xbox. There's a like a whole South
Satya
Korean
Nadella right
creator,
now
like,
regrets buying
channel, which is
Activision.
live on the store at the moment.
I mean,
So again, it's not
$70
just about
billion
finding games in
is
that
a lot of
in
money.
those types of regions, but they
Hey, J. Cola.
really carry through.
Not much, just a bunch of indie
So you're seeing,
games.
like, our
Some cool
marketing and our
ones were
store
there.
teams, like really leaning into the work that we're doing to discover more
But
great games from those regions too.
mostly fodder.
And I have to imagine that the smallest dev teams you work with are one person. I imagine a lot of ID at Xbox creators are one person projects. But like how far does it go the other way? Like what's the largest teams that you work with?
It's pretty varied, right? So we definitely.
I mean,
have
to be
studios
fair,
that
they
can be
bought
as small as
ABK
one
because they
person,
wanted King.
and then we get up to
They
some
didn't
of the
want to
world's, like,
buy
biggest
Activision
independent
or
developers
Blizzard.
that are in the
They just
regions of
wanted
having,
King,
like, hundreds of
and
people making games for them at the same
Bobby
time,
wouldn't
right?
sell it.
And I think even if we look at the showcase today, like there's a great variety.
Although, if
of,
you've watched the
content
interview
and,
with Bobby
different
Kotick,
ways that games are
the
coming
first
to
day he
Xbox.
met
There's studios that have worked with us before that are
Satya Nadella,
self-publishing.
he said, "Don't
There's
buy
new
Activision.
studios. There's some of there's some of the industry.
You're not a creative company. You will not know what to do with it."
With titles in there. We're
So
supporting
he
up
actually
and
told
coming
him, "Don't buy
publishers
us.
like
Let someone
Games,
else do
which
it."
have got 2 games in the showcase. So there's lots of different.
So that's
types
kind of
studios,
interesting.
Different ways that games can come to Xbox, and we really work to provide the flexibility for whatever way like a game wants to come to Xbox. We can support it.
Now,
Can you tickle
sorry,
me?
Miranda, please go
Oh, yeah,
ahead.
sorry, I was just gonna say, I think one of the things I appreciate most, as we saw
Maybe.
in the presentation, is that you guys always do such a
If
great
you
job
ask
of selecting
nicely.
such a wide variety of kinds of games too, and really championing, I think, games for all ages as well, which is kind of a big thing. I don't have kids, but I was a kid once, and know like having, been a kid, like looking at Xbox.
You think you
I was
ran
like, oh,
ABK
that's
to the
a really
ground?
dope
Weren't they like one of the
machine.
most profitable
But I think
companies
with
out there?
Xbox, I've seen more and more games that are a little bit more kid friendly come to Xbox and be like really championed in a way and very visible.
I mean, the
that
staff
I
hated
think is
working there.
really
That's
important
true.
to make it feel a little bit more welcoming to all kinds of people who want to play all kinds of games.
But bank balance
Definitely.
was good.
Like we want to make sure there's a game for everyone and an audience for every game, right? And like we can't always predict like what the size of that audience is going to be, but it's really important to us that every developer has an equal shot of reaching that audience and having success on the platform. So yeah, I'm just seeing the video for Tempopo rolling at the moment, and yeah, like something like this, right?
He likes
Really
chicken and
accessible.
duck.
Yeah, like really looking forward to playing this one.
Yeah, it's so cute, but also still complex enough to be like, oh, like there's some sort of puzzle element to it and like creativity. And I think those are the really special.
I mean,
games to
Overwatch
find, and I
1
think
was
without,
successful until
you
they
guys being
broke it
able
with
to help
Overwatch
champion
2.
them, it's kind of hard to.
Diablo was
find them,
successful
so.
for a while
Yeah,
until
I don't
Immortal came around.
Also, I was gonna say like the music to
Immortal was a dark time for
once you listen to it,
them.
you just can't get it out of your head.
And
It's
then the
so
first
catchy,
patch
you feel like
for
humming it
Diablo
away.
4 was a dark time. I mean, they've got some decent titles, right? They've got like StarCraft, Warcraft. They've got some decent titles, but it's generally engineered towards, I would say, more the PC audience rather than the console audience.
Roguelites. Let's but not very many of physics puzzle platformers. Let's look at some, or is it more just kind of
How did I find out about Rumble Roses?
the developers are submitting? I'm just sort of curious how you approach it.
Do you see the games I play on Monday?
Yeah, so
over at Twitch, and you are still asking that question.
We want
like seriously,
to be able to bring their game to Xbox.
Do you see the games I play over at Twitch on Mondays?
10 puzzle games in a specific like genre and theme.
Join me later today on Monday, and you'll see. Well, later today.
For, like,
over at Twitch, and
to be
you'll
creative
see.
and all have an equal shot at reaching an audience. I think when we start to look at some of the initiatives, like a showcase like this, or some of the other showcases that we do throughout the year, or the way that we work really closely with the Game Pass team to select which content's coming.
I do
into the
like my
subscription
waifu games.
service, then I think we start to think about some of those things, right? Like how many games have we got in a specific genre? Are there some gaps in the portfolio that we want to lean into? At
Facebook. Hey, look, it's MLB.
Yeah,
with a Tanuki.
The initiative, depending on like
man, that guy's balls just got a punch up.
In different ways.
Well, we've got.
Yeah, I'm really liking this game. This game looks so cool.
Leave you alone for a little bit. We'll pepper you with questions.
I am not playing Stardew Valley later.
Talk about these games that we just.
I don't understand how people play that game. I see my kid playing it, and I sit there bewildered as to why.
My favorite game of this whole thing, which I knew was going to be my favorite.
Yeah, I
going
think that's
in.
fair.
There were
Power
other
Boss.
cool ones, but
I think
since
5
I've
is.
already
I mean,
played this
based on
game
the
like
fact that
a
it's
year ago,
indie,
did a
I'd maybe
preview,
give
I
it a
sat down,
6
knowing
because
nothing
Lies
about
of P was at the end.
GDC last year.
Tanuki,
Blew me away,
Lies
did a
of P,
preview, and that preview totally blew up. So everybody else thought
and
it was super cool, and that's Jump
that
Ship.
Don't Nod game was
So,
okay,
can you,
and that
Ryan,
Rhythm
before
game.
I want to get some impressions of Jump
There was
Ship
that
from Miranda
side-scrolling game as well. I can't remember what it was
First guy, can you
called,
talk a little bit
but
about
that looked kind of cool as well.
team there?
So
You talked
there was about 4 or 5 games there that I think were all right.
10 or 12 people right
It's
now,
all dependent on price, though.
Can you talk about
See,
like
I see some indie games that come out and they're like $29.99, and I'm like, you
10-person
crazy?
team from Sweden.
I'm not paying $29.99 for a game that I might like.
Daniel comes from Coffee
$5, sure.
Oyang, and
10 is probably my limit. But anything above that, and it's just a hard pass until it goes on sale.
When I first joined Xbox, helping to bring Deep Rock Galactic to Xbox when he was at Coffee Stain, so we go a long way back. And yeah, like when they first started the studio, they started sending us some gifts of the game whilst it was early in development, and yeah, we.
It's really weird, Whole Grain, because I think they're just at the moment they've kind of picked a lane, and they're going with that lane,
and I think that you can see that.
But they don't know where it's going to end up. They don't know where that transition is going to end. They've kind of set off on that journey, and they're hoping it will end where they want it to end, but they have no idea. And I think that's what worries them the most.
Payday, all coming from Swedish developers that like really lean into
Left 4 Dead was cool, but honestly,
and I think this is just like
if you play Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, they are still good games. And
really strong at.
Let's be realistic, Valve never makes a free.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen. So there will never be. I mean, they pretty much rebranded Left 4 Dead with Back 4 Blood. And they put the word 4 in there so they could skip the free.
But I also think there's
Right.
an appetite for this kind of game. I mean, there's co-op experience.
Anything to skip that number 3
around these parts, of course. But like, I think in the advent of something like Helldivers,
oh, what's that, Chili?
having a lighthearted experience that is also intense in a way, because that game is not necessarily like easy to jump into, or it's easy.
But
to
yeah,
jump into,
Devin,
but
I've
you gotta be
blocked
on
Jamie's
top of
act on Twitter
I'm
now.
getting
I
some of
can't.
that impression
I can't be
looking at
bothered
Jump
with
Ship, and
that
I know that
dickhead.
you've played it, Ryan, and kind of likened it to Left 4 Dead in space with a few other elements on top of that. But when I talk to you about it, and when I look at this,
It's not, but it's a spiritual successor, and I can almost guarantee that Valve went there and said, "You better not put 3 in
you
there."
focus on one core element, and it's that chaotic co-op shooting experience and then you layer things on top. So it looks like something that is going to be like really fun.
Cake. The moment he sells his interest and those frees come out, they are going to have enough games to take over the games industry.
They have to layer a lot of things.
They are pretty much going to win. Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, they will instantly win.
So
Portal 3, Team Fortress 3.
Yeah, it's nice to see that something on this level be included with ID at Xbox. You know, you have the deck builders, you have the isometric action games, you have
Is that real?
Metroidvania style side scrollers too. But then you also get like a full-on co-op shooter alongside all of those. So that speaks to the variety.
Nah, that can't be real.
Yeah,
40 million.
The level of production value that you get from different games as well.
Miranda, I know that you love playing co-op action games.
Half card count. I mean, they can. They go 1, 2, 4.
Jump Ship resonate with you when you took a look at it here?
First Hawaiian pizza.
Someone hypnotized them.
That's all I'm gonna say. I think it's delicious. It's great. You can find some like really great slices out there. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Sorry, Ryan. You're the odd one out here. You're not on the team here.
All right, let's have a look at this news. Then I'm going to go get something to eat because I haven't eaten yet. All
right. We'll make you.
Let me stop this.
That's what we'll do. But no, as you're
Because
saying,
they're just
I really like playing.
Chatting away. Sony doesn't want to raise PlayStation 5 price due to Donald Trump tariff. Compared to Xbox, the PlayStation 5 and its other models have been selling like hotcakes on sales. However, new tariffs imposed by the US government under Donald Trump could deeply impact console sales in the future. So now Sony has announced new strategies to fight these tariffs without harming consumers. Oh, so they're actually thinking of consumers now. Interesting. The company is duplicating supply chains and stockpiling inventory in the US to respond to potential tariffs. but they've already. So basically, it's what I said. They've got all these consoles in warehouses. Why it matters. The price of the PS5 and the Pro variant was said to increase when the tariffs were announced by Trump, possibly, but Sony might not raise them because of these new strategies, because the consoles will already be in the US. As announced in Q3, Sony expects potential impacts from the import tariffs, which are expected to be minor for now. The company will respond flexibly and promptly to changing circumstances to avoid raising PS5 pricing. Previously, a study by the Consumer Technology Association, CTA, that's actually quite smart, suggested that Trump tariffs could raise video game console prices by 40%! Holy crap! That's a lot. That's a lot. In other words, the PS5 Pro could go for as much as $700 to $980, and that's before tax, right? You've got to add tax on top of that. So you're looking at about what? $1,200? $1,100? If these new strategies fail to work for Sony, considering the PS5 Pro's pricing is already considered high by some, these tariffs could further damage the brand's reputation. On a side note, the Pro is already behind in sales and failing, and Digital Foundry already said it's underwhelming and not really worth your money. Whether the PS5 Pro variant prices will be increased remains to be seen, so it is best to stay cautiously optimistic until we learn more. Do you think duplicating supply chains similar to... That's interesting. Yeah, I'll send it to you now, dude. They're all in the warehouses. They were all laughing at me, mocking me, and saying all this crap. I've already blocked that bellend, but you can go and post that to him. But chat, we're going to have a stream tomorrow. This was just a short impromptu stream to do the showcase, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there was something there for you all. Hope you enjoyed the ad-free stream. I'm going to probably call it a day here and come back tomorrow with more news and stuff. Maybe try out Mecha Break as well. But I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go get something to eat. And then for those of you that want to check me out over at Twitch later on this evening, probably in about an hour or so, I'll see you there. Peace out, folks. Have a good night. And thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it was Jamie Zach, dude. Nah, Jamie Zach. It was him. All right. Peace out, folks.